Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Horizon Brokerage Event on Energy, organized in the frame of the Association of Four Motors of Europe by the Government of Catalonia, the Institute of Research Energy from Catalonia, and the Enterprise Europe Network. I would like to start by giving the floor to Stoc Potokar from the Ministry of Foreign Action and Transparency in the Government of Catalonia. Hello, Stoc.
Hello, Sandra. Thank you very much. Welcome everyone to the Horizon Europe Brokerage Event on Energy on behalf of the current presidency of the European Association for Motors for Europe. So first of all, I would like to thank the Catalan Research Institute of Energy and the Catalan Agency for Business Competitiveness for organizing this event. Of course, I would also like to thank the participants and companies from the regions of our association, from Catalonia, from Baden-Wurtemberg, Auvergne Rhone-Alpes, and Lombardy, as well as from the associated regions of Flanders and Wales for taking part in this event. As you may know, sharing knowledge and creating spaces to learn and build fruitful alliances has been a long-standing Four Motors for Europe goal. Throughout the network's 30 years existence, the territories of the Four Motors for Europe, standing out for their leadership in their respective countries in terms of both economic strength and innovation capacity, have remained firmly committed to a close and continuous cooperation and have thus been learning from each other and benefiting from this mutual collaboration. Catalonia currently holds the one-year rotating presidency of this network, and this program of the presidency is focused on the 70 Sustainable Development Goals and the 2030 Agenda. This program holds a strong commitment and believes that strengthening the transformative resilience of our society through the 2030 Agenda and the European Green Deal can guide us to achieve a better and more sustainable future for all, while helping overcome the pandemic and its social and economic consequences. It is precisely these uncertain times that lead to a need for hard work and challenging measures, but also for innovative solutions and new alliances. Under the European Green Deal, the objective of being climate neutral in 2050 in our regions is a must, taking this opportunity as a powerful economic driver. Accordingly, Four Motors for Europe is fully engaged in the achievement of this objective. Each of the regions has integrated the objective of energy transition into their individual energy roadmaps. So today's event aims also to involve private companies and facilitate possible energy transition-focused cooperation projects. To conclude, I would also like to take this opportunity to inform you of another similar event that we are preparing for this October 2021 in the framework of the EU Sustainable Energy Week. This event will also include matchmaking opportunity for private companies from your sector, but will be focused in the open calls for the Horizon Europe 2022. We invite you to follow our communications and take part in the October event as well. So nothing more from my side. I wish you all an inspiring and fruitful event, and I hope to see you all on the occasion of the following events of the Four Motors for Europe. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Stoc. So I'm happy to say that we have 83 entities registered for the brokerage today and more than 50 accepted meetings. So let me start by sharing some logistic information about today. So we will start with the short introduction from the Government of Catalonia and the Energy Research Institute of Catalonia. And afterward, we'll go directly to the pitch session at 2:45. We have 12 entities that will be pitching today. After that, we will close the Zoom session and all the B2B meetings will be held directly in the B2Match platform where you registered and booked the meetings. So you have to go to each meeting and then you will have a button to join directly the meeting. Let me just say very briefly who we are. So in Acció, we are the competitive agency of the Government of Catalonia, and we are also coordinating the node of the Enterprise Europe Network in the region. We have also the same institutions in your regions, and we have organized together all the EEN nodes this event. So what are the services that we are offering at regional level, in our case to Catalan companies and your EEN nodes also in your region? So we do Horizon Europe info sessions and workshops. We do it in open, like we did today. And also we organize specific sessions for companies that want to start participating in European programs or want to improve their participation. We have all the partner set services through the network and through also our offices around the world. We do proposal reviews together with the national contact points, consortium agreement reviews, and IPR strategy review. And this year from Catalonia, we are also starting a new service focused on the project exploitation. So we want to make sure that the research, development, and innovation developed during a project, it's reaching the market. So we are developing also all the support services from the proposal preparation to the consortium agreement preparation until the exploitation phase. This is our team in Catalonia. You can contact us if you need further support from our side. And also here, our contact data. So this is all from my side, from the Innovation Agency, and I'm giving the word now to Manel San Martí from the IREC.
Hello, everyone. I'm just trying to share my slides. So it's a pleasure to be here today. Thanks for attending this event, this very nice event that we organize with Axio and with the framework of the Four Motors for Europe. So thanks for these initiatives to the organizers, and of course all the attendees being here today. Our main objective for this meeting was to basically push forward the activities on research and development in the energy field, and that's one of the missions that we have at IREC. And for that, we are running a project which is called Transener in order to promote participation in European programs, not only for the IREC itself, but for the Catalonia R&D ecosystem in energy. And that's our main objective. So first of all, let me explain what IREC is. So we are basically a research institute working on energy based in Catalonia. Our focus is to do long-term basic research in the fields of energy, but with a dual approach. Basic research, yes, but as well applied research with medium short-term market orientation. And for that, we are part of the network of research centers, but as well a labeled technology transfer agent by Axio, our innovation agency. Our board of trustees, we are basically depending on the administration, the national administration and the regional administration of Catalonia, basically by the bodies of research and energy. But as well, we have universities in our board so that we can count on researchers and professors doing the research in our labs. And as well, we have companies involved directly with the institute. Which is our field of activity? I mentioned it's energy, and today the session is devoted to Cluster 5 of the Horizon Europe program, which is basically devoted to energy topics mainly. And for that, we assume that the main challenges of the energy sector are summarized in our activities as well. We do not cover everything, but we cover some of the key relevant activities and fields of the energy transition. Those are divided in two main blocks. One is new advanced materials for energy systems, tackling low carbon technologies, basically PV, nanoionics and fuel cells, functional nanomaterials, and energy storage technologies, and as well high efficient systems. So here we are talking a bit more on energy systems, basically tackling power systems, power grids, thermal and building performances, and as well energy systems analytics. All of that covers what we assume that is the key main or the drivers of the energy transition that you are aware are basically driven by the 4Ds, which is the decarbonization of the industry and the energy itself and society in general, decentralization, digitalization as well, and finally democratization. So putting the end user at the middle of everything. Just a very brief summary of what we do, what we have been doing in Europe as well, but as well with Catalan partners, trying to develop our ecosystem, working on advanced materials for energy. We have been tackling solar energy, thin films, transparent PV, and other technologies, process monitoring as well, working on batteries as well, new materials for batteries, fourth generation of batteries as well, and new materials and electrodes, and as well on sustainable or green fuels, let's say, so gasification, power to gas, methanation, CO2 conversion, fuel cells, and hydrogen technologies as well. Out of that, I can give you just some examples that you may see. Those we have developed either in collaboration with Catalan and Spanish companies or even in European consortia with other partners. So we have developed co-electrolyzers for a CO2 methanation plant. We have been working as well on flexible and semi-transparent PV cells for energy building integration, as well on 3D technologies applied to fuel cells in ceramic material, just to have a monoblock fuel cell. Or for example, working on new generation of batteries, in this case is lithium sulfur. And as well on some developments on thermoelectrics for energy harvesters. So that's a bit on energy materials, and on what we call energy systems, a bit more on the integration side. We have been working on the smart grids, power energy buildings and communities, and whatever is related to energy systems integration. All of those topics, the ones I mentioned before, and those are really covered by Horizon Europe, and it fits very well on the scope of the program. We have been working, for example, on fault-tolerant converters for integration of renewable energies, electric mobility, or smart grids, as well on tools for mitigation of climate change and extreme climate conditions, so typically resilience of cities and communities. On integration of heat pumps, controls for buildings and smart grid, and as well combining solutions on renewable, electrical vehicle, V2G, second life batteries in management of smart buildings and energy communities as well. And finally, one thing it's important on digitalization is considering cybersecurity. We have developed a cyber lab to analyze this or implement these technologies in the digitalized energy networks. And for that, we are not only partnering with European partners that we may find today, some of them in here, but as well new ones, but as well in a local perspective. And for that, it's very important for us. It's not only about developing technology, it's about developing an ecosystem. And since our origin 10 years ago, we are developing a network of partners. And that's one of the reasons we are here today, to boost and reinforce this network. We have, as I mentioned, administration, universities, as a backbone of our stakeholders, but as well collaborations with networks, cluster, industrial and research associations, national and European-wise. And that's very important for us. Out of that, we have generated several ecosystems and projects. That's the recerca energy community, which is a large project, 3 years, developed about 10 million, developed until 2020, where we implemented with about 20 partners, 7 R&D projects. You will have the details here. I will not go into details, but another network we have is we are coordinating the network of energy research centers in Catalonia, working on energy, trying to transfer technology to industry. And as well, we will build up in the next year a technology platform, a physical technology platform for large TRL, so high TRL, sorry, TRL 6 to 8 for industry, basically, and partnering with industry to validate all those technologies in which we are working. I think that's all. It's a very short overview of what we do and what Catalonia is pushing forward in the sector of energy. It's not about IREC itself, it's the region and our partners who are doing this activity. And I hope today we can share these activities, this experience, and find partners with the rest of the European regions to do best proposals and more activity in the energy transition. That's all. Thanks from my side.
Thank you very much, Manel, for this nice overview. We are moving forward now to the pitch session itself that will be moderated directly from Hemesh. Hello, Hemesh.
Hello, Sandra. Thank you very much for giving the dais to me. Good afternoon, everybody. I will be the moderator for your pitch session. I am representing IREC today here. The first speaker of the session, I would like to invite Ana Gonzalez from Augusol.
I was muted. Yeah, sorry. Hello, everybody. Can you hear me loud and clear? Or...
Yes, Ana, we can hear you. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, sure. Well, I'm going to try to keep it short. I'm pitching here a new product that we are developing at Aguasol. I want to present all of you this product called Joint Energy, which is focused on the creation of citizen energy communities for the energy transition. And this software and tool and web tool is born with the aim of empowering citizens to the creation, to ease the creation of new citizen energy communities promoted by the citizenship itself. And it will be a meeting point for all actions, for all actors or stakeholders involved, from consumers and producers to also companies, installers, utilities, and also public administration if needed. The idea here is to promote the collective self-consumption of energy. It could be mainly is focused in renewable energy on renewable electricity for the residential sector or for collective residential buildings. This software and product is structured in a modular scheme, so it can be attached and adapted to other architectures. We are working open source, mainly based in Python, and we structured the product in 3 different modules, which are the design module based in mainly focused on the pre-feasibility analysis from a technical and economic point of view. We also developed the building module, which is focused on the planning and meeting the required stakeholders for the installation, planning, and implementation. So here you can find a marketplace of suppliers and service providers, installation companies, and others, and also a marketplace of financing alternatives, crowdfunding options or investment funds, or so on and so forth. And we are still developing, so this is not a completely finished product. We are still developing the operational module in which we want to implement optimization features as well as monitoring capacities, so the end user can monitor in real time the production, the self-consumption of their installation, and also receive guidance with corrective and predictive maintenance and optimization of the energy bill from an energy point of view and also from an economic point of view. This is still under development, so we could say that this product is still at TRL 5 or 6, and we aim at having it implemented by the end of this year or the beginning of the next year as a finished product, with still improving the operational part, because this will be the most wide and comprehensive module of our product. We are a company providing engineering and consultancy services. We are involved in several R&D projects, mainly in innovation actions from Horizon 2020 framework. And Aguasol is also a consultancy, so we are providing engineering capabilities and consultancy services together with these R&D services, like the development of this product that I am showing to all of you. In terms of citizen energy communities, we have been involved with the Ministerio of Spain with the guide for the promotion of citizen energy communities. So we are quite well. We have a good know-how on this scheme of sharing energy in collective schemes of a building. And as I said, I also can provide several energy services, including demand response, flexibility schemes, renewable energy grid integration, and also innovative business models and energy efficiency for the building sector. You can find here this slide. I guess that they will be shared to all of you. We have here the link with our presentation of Joint Energy, which is being currently developed under the funding of the City Council of Barcelona. And we have proposed this product in several calls from the Green Deal, and also we think that it could fit some of these other topics that you can find detailed here.
Thank you very much for the presentation, Arno.
Yeah, you can find here our contact information, just in case anyone wants to have more information about this product and other services that we can provide. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Arno, for such a nice presentation. We'll move now to the next speaker. It's Javier Bennett. Please, could you please share your screen?
Okay, I'm going to share my screen. Okay. You see the presentation. Sorry, I don't have the right shot. You hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Please go ahead.
Okay, so hello everyone. I'm Javier Bennett. I'm one of the founder and techniques and innovation of Centre-Madenio, and I'm glad to be with you today. Centre-Madenio is a private French R&D performer with 470 engineers, and we are located in a worldwide group present everywhere.
Sorry to interrupt you, Javier. We cannot hear you very well. Do you mind if you can be
maybe I could, you hear it's better like that?
No.
No? Okay, let me just try to. Is it better now?
Yes, it's very much better.
Sorry.
Please go ahead.
Sorry, so we are a private French R&D performer with 470 engineers in a worldwide group. So we are dealing with electronics and power electronics from the early stage to up to end of life, and in many areas, mainly harsh environment with safety issues, as you see on the screen. We are an integrated design house with all the skills necessary to design industrials, manufacture, and support electronic product and conversion and storage equipment. And regarding our position in the ecosystem, R&D ecosystem, we are here to work with R&D partners to bring the ideas to the market, and working with customers to put the ideas in the market, taking in account norms, compliance, and value analysis to build the project. And we got quite used to work in a collaborative ecosystem, and we're used to drive or to be partner in a collaborative project, European, national, or regional one. Then let's move to technical parts. So what we manage our electronics in products, like for energy storage, we work on BMS, on the equipment architecture at the mechanical part, with batteries, supercaps, and we build modules with that, integrating SSPC breaker, for example, to ensure the protection of the energy before using it. Then we are working on power equipment boards for EV charging. We work for railway application too, for catenary relays application. And we work for energy plan to transform the energy coming from photovoltaic plant to the grid. And what we are interested in today's discussion is to work on climate, energy, and mobility, and bringing our skills in a project, and be partner in a project for a more electrical world or more efficient technology. We are looking for what is based on hydrogen energy too. And we can bring our skills in technology integration for airplane, car, trucks, bus, railways, naval waterborne transport, and construction equipment, power plant, and smart grid. Here is my presentation. Thank you for listening, and I'll be present for the B2B meeting.
Thank you for a very nice presentation. This is one of the core topics in Cluster 5. Moving on to the next speaker, we have Sano Musab from It's Prodigy. Sano, could you please share your screen?
Yes, absolutely. Hi, everybody. Nice to meet you. Okay, 1 second only. I will share this one. Let's share. And let's share. Tell me if you can see, please.
It's still loading.
Okay, now you see?
Yes.
Perfect. Hello, everybody. My name is Sano. I'm the founder and the CEO of It's Prodigy. We are a company from Milan focused on supporting the company in their need of innovation. In particular, we are very strong in big data and artificial intelligence and machine learning in different sectors. Here in Italy, we have different customers. We developed products internally dedicated for different sectors like telco and energy, but mostly our main target is to make networking and to become partners of other companies around Europe that would like to expand themselves, for example, to Italy, or support us to expand ourselves to their market. This is my career, how we grow. We born in 2018, then we grow up. In the first year, we closed our first contract, and now in 2021, our revenue reached 1 million. What we do is analyze, design, develop, and create. So we analyze the need of the companies, big corporates and the middle companies. We design a solution, innovative solution for them. We can also develop the solution, and also we create our products. Our main target are different corporates, government institutions, also universities, research department, etc. So what we did till now, we've made some project for government office in Italy, where support them in IoT and sensors, the territory. We wasn't the company that developed the sensors. We was the one that collect the data, maintain the data, and organize the data. So as said, we are more focused on big data than on the part of technology, let's say hardware and electronics part. We have so also services for accelerator, but let's say we have right now in Italy some big customers. Fastweb are one in telco, and also we have also Soprasteria that work also in energy, and we are moving always every day trying to expand ourselves and our market around the world. Right now, what we are looking for is a company that would like to make a partnership with us, even for European tenders, or for partnership together to make a project together, because we can cover the big data and machine learning, and the other side can cover the other part of the project. This is my presentation. Thanks very much, everybody. I can hear you.
Thank you for very much your presentation, Sano. Please look forward for his partnership in the B2B meeting. And now we have Teresa Alvaro as the next speaker. Teresa, could you please share your screen? Teresa, can you hear me?
Yes, was a problem with the microphone that I can't unmute. Yes, 1 minute. Please, could you tell me if you can see the screen?
Yes, Teresa.
Okay. I'm going to move this. We are Setaqua. Setaqua is one of the technological centers of the SWET group. We are a model of public-private collaboration, and our aim is to create to ensure the sustainability and efficiency of the water cycle, taking into account the local needs. We have different, different research areas related with all the water cycle and the waste management. We have 3 locations in Spain and 1 in Chile. And the objective of this is create this public-private collaboration between the SWET group, that is one of the largest environmental service companies in Europe, the CSIC, that is the largest public institution in Spain, and then public universities. Our idea of project is try to capture the greenhouse emissions that are from the wastewater treatment plants, mainly in the case of the nitrous oxide and methane. Related to the nitrous oxide, we know that during all the nitrogen removal from wastewater, we generate and we emit this greenhouse emission, greenhouse gas. In the case of the methane, it's more related with anaerobic processes. So that we are interested in Setaqua is in developing strategies to capture and concentrate both greenhouse gases emissions from the wastewater treatment plants using biological and physical treatments, as well as try to valorize these compounds. For instance, in the case of the nitric oxide, we are interested in the valorization from an oxidant instead of the use of oxygen for the production of energy. Setaqua has a wide experience in the measurement of these greenhouse emissions from the wastewater treatment plants, and we promote that we want to know is we have some knowledge about how to operate the pilot plant, the wastewater treatment plants, in order to promote one emission of the other, or trying to reduce the most unhelpful emissions. Setaqua has experience in both in biological and physical treatments, and we are inside the SWET group, so we are in collaboration with several companies that are involved in this company. For instance, Lavacqua, that are specialized in gas treatment, or several wastewater treatment operators, as in the case of IWAS de Barcelona. We collaborate in several projects. We are the coordinators of the LAFA Convec, the project Carbo Lockdown, that are related with this measurement of the greenhouse emissions. And then we participate in several projects like Life Nimbus or the Ristrescat COSI, that are more related with the valorization and how to purify the different gases that are, and how to take profit for the emissions that are in the wastewater treatment plants. So what is our interest in this? In this case, we are interested in this topic, that is technologies for non-CO2 greenhouse removal. We are not considered to coordinate this, but we are creating a core team, a strong consortium. We have actively partners that are involved with, in this moment, that is the SWET group, and at the same time IMPLAS, that is the Technological Plastic Institute in Spain. And with this group, we are creating a concept note, and we are looking for different experts in the case of the capture and removal of fluorinated gases, in order to cover all the different parts of this topic. And at the same time, we are trying to find experts on the capture different greenhouse gases emissions. So if you are interested in this topic, if you are interested in collaborating with us, you have had our contact. So don't hesitate to contact us by mail or by the platform. And thank you for this time for the ASIO program.
Thank you, Teresa. Such a nice presentation on the carbon capture and storage. Please do have a look on the calls in cluster 5. Now we have a next speaker, Javier Ray from DEF CON. Javier, could you please share your screen?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, Javier, we can hear you.
Okay, cool, great. So I'm Javier Ray, founder of DEFCON 8. We are an environmental company based in Barcelona, in Spain. See if we can. Okay, we help people save water in buildings, and we are aligned with the Sustainable Development Goals, in particular number 13, which is to fight climate change and water scarcity. We foster a better use of water by providing real-time feedback of instant and total water consumption. So we do not reduce water flow. For that, there are many other mechanical devices like eco taps and aerators and so on, but rather focus on behavior changes in people in our daily lives. Because to measure something, we need to measure it first. That's a first energy principle. Houses, schools, and offices can set their own consumption target and monitor the remaining amount of water during every use. This is generating a placebo effect, and it's very engaging because the target is set by the users, not imposed by them to them. These are a few examples of savings achieved in households. For example, this would be a typical household of 2, where we get 240 kilowatt hour, 0.11 tons of CO2 and 9 cubic meters per year of savings. Similar example for a larger building like a hotel, where we get 23 tons of CO2 a year, 50 megawatt hour of water heating, and 1,900 cubic meters of water per year. A similar example also for a hospital where large amounts of water are used. And in this example, we have 92k euros saved a year, and around 10% of water used in the rooms, in the hotel rooms. The ROI for this example was like 2.5 years approximately. We also work within the scope of smart cities, where I'll show you an example where a city like Pamplona with 200,000 people and 95,000 households could save 42.3 cubic meters of water, 1,140 megawatt hours of energy, and 522 tons of CO2 saved every year if just 5% of the households fitted this smart water flow monitor. What are we looking for? We're looking in this call initiatives, mainly cluster 5, which are related to energy efficiency in smart buildings. We are looking for near zero energy building in home renovations, scalable and replicable solutions. We are looking for pre-commercial procurement agreements for self-sustainable buildings. And we are looking also for programs tackling water scarcity programs. This is just a little joke to finish because our display is integrated in the mirror. So we won't say anymore, mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest, but we'll say, who is the most efficient of them all? So in summary, we help people save water and energy in buildings. Thank you very much. These are my contact details, and please feel free to contact us to move forward. Thanks.
Thank you, Javier. Such a nice presentation on thermal savings. Now we have Elisa Rovens presenting green rock batteries from Blue Sky.
Hi, hello everybody. Also from my side, thank you for the opportunity. Normally you can see my screen now. I'm here today for Blue Sky Energy presenting you our saltwater battery. Many of you may not know of us, and that's why I took the opportunity today to take these 3 minutes to present it to you. My screen, I was not listening, but now it is. So the Green Rock saltwater battery is a product from Blue Sky Energy. We are specialized in stationary storage since 2012. We've been testing a lot of technologies, and we ended up choosing the green rock salt water battery and working further on this one. We have our own production factory in Austria since this year. So it's a full, completely European product, high quality product. We have today over 1,000 installations worldwide. So we're only starting, but we're already with a foot in the market. We have our own R&D in the house, and we focus on sustainability and safety, of course. We are working today on the second generation of green rock saltwater batteries. Just to give you an idea of how sustainability is important to us, the first generation was the first battery in the world to carry the cradle-to-cradle label. We will go for an equal certification, but more a European kind. This cradle-to-cradle is more an American, more known in America. We are going to go for a European equal label, but more news on this soon. As I said, we go for safe and environmentally friendly storage solutions. What we want to do is support local projects on establishing a long-term solution. So taking in mind also the influence that we have on the earth when we implement new solutions, with a specialty in stationary energy storage. So not in the EV sector, but only in the stationary energy storage challenges. We have the expertise in-house needed to implement both the energy management system and the tailored battery solutions. As Javier said, it's very important to measure. We always say to measure is to know better. So the energy management system is also first step for us always to reach actually the point of implementing intelligence, and then last stage implementing a battery solution. And then there, of course, why not go for a green and sustainable battery solution like the green rock battery. We wish to participate in optimization in buildings, public areas, name it, wherever we can be of use, we would like to be. Optimization of former investments in renewable energy, I just named it, implementing energy management systems, adding intelligence to this, the whole project, so we can use the energy where we need it, and insert intelligence, work smarter, and then work better. And as a producer, of course, we can go alongside with you and tailor to establish the right solution. As we are the producer, we can go tailor, go to tailor-made solutions for your specific project. Our experts will guide you. Of course, it's very important every step of the way, from the implementation to the follow-up. So we're there for you, and we are open to sustainable partnerships with, again, a long-term vision. I'm Elise Rouwens. Thank you again for this opportunity, and you can always reach me through these details. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for a nice presentation. Up next, we have Florian Cadouex from Rocio Technologies presenting how we can make non-firm connections to make cheaper grid cost.
Yes, thank you very much. So indeed, my name is Florent Cadou, and I am the CEO of a startup company, which is called Rocio Technologies. We are still a relatively new company. It was founded about 3 years ago in 2018. And we are based in the French Alps, in the southeast of France, in the city of Grenoble. We currently have a team of 9 people, and we operate in the area of so-called smart grids. So I prefer to define that as a ICT, information technology, for the industry of the power distribution. So basically, we have 2 kinds of expertise, which is electrical engineering and, as I said, ICT. And I also wanted to mention that the founding team, so me and my 2 partners, we have a lot of experience with European projects. We haven't participated in any such projects in the last 2-3 years since we started the company. But before that, we used to work in academia and for some other in R&D.
Sorry to interrupt you, Florian. We cannot see your screen.
Oh, sorry. Let me do it again. Is that better?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry about that. So yeah, I was saying that we have participated in several European projects in the past, so we have quite a lot of experience with such projects. the type of projects we wish to participate in are projects obviously in the area of smart grids, smart electricity grids. More specifically, we're interested because smart grids is a very broad term which covers a lot of different things. So more specifically, we're interested in everything related to the integration of either decentralized power generation or electric vehicles in the distribution grid, so medium and low voltage. Even more specifically, we're interested in integration technologies with focus on flexibility, so flexible connections for generators and smart charging for electrical vehicles. And even more specifically, we like to work on technologies which reuse the smart metering infrastructure. So basically what we like to do is monitor and control power distribution grids reusing the smart meters. So that's typically the kind of project we would like to participate in, a project in the area of non-firm connections. So the idea is to make grid connections cheaper and faster for either renewable generators, so wind and PV typically, or for electric vehicles by using monitoring and control of the grid based on smart meters. That's exactly the kind of areas we are working on. And so what we could, the type of consortium we would like to participate in would be like this. So first, what we would bring on our side to the consortium, well, on top of obviously our general know-how and consulting and engineering services, we could bring first the technology we have been developing for the last 2 years, which is, as I said, technology for the supervision, the monitoring, and control of flexible low voltage grids based on smart meters. And on top of this, we also have our own lab for the development and testing of such technology. So basically we have smart meters and small scale low voltage network, which we use for the development and testing. So we can also bring this to the consortium. And we also have software for the modeling and simulation of power distribution grids, which is useful for all kind of studies. And the type of partners we're looking for is essentially twofold. So first, obviously, electricity distribution network operators, so companies who operate the distribution networks and who would be implementing on the network the smart grids technology we are developing, and also end users, which means either people who operate wind and solar plants or people who operate electric vehicle charging stations. So that's it for my presentation, and please feel free to contact me if you're interested in collaboration around these topics. Thank you.
Thank you, Florian. Up next, we have Amara Mohamed from INSA Lyon, and he's going to present on how to model solar modules under realistic conditions.
Okay, good morning. Thank you for giving this opportunity to share my work. My name is Mohamed Amara. I'm from INSA of Lyon, which is located at Lyon Tech Ladoua in Lyon. Basically, our institute is based on Lyon. It's a joint laboratory between 4 universities and CNRS. Research is related to the ICT, energy and health for 4 departments. And for the day, for the cluster 5, basically we have a big research around photovoltaics and photonics, starting with fabricating material devices and characterizing devices. And for today, we'll focus basically on module predicting energy yield. Basically, we have developed a multi-physics tools that track the production on PV in real operating conditions. That means we start with the environmental data, for example, hourly irradiation, wind, and environment temperature. This is basically given by European database. We can also generate spectral variation of the sun. After, with this data, we can use PV modules depending on the condition in farm or by PV, and using the datasheet of the PV close to industrial information. And after that, with this all of data, we use a hybrid model which basically couple physical model, which is a very fast RC model, and measurement data. And at the end, we can basically calculate, simulate, and predict what the module products in a real operating condition. And in turn, we can optimize this data. Concerning the processing of solar cells or surfaces, amongst the big platform with the 800 meters square of clean room, I will focus today for our new material, which is basically high precision nano imprint system, which is capable to nano printing surface up to 100 centimeters squares, which is very important in the case of R&D application. Hope today that we have opportunity to have a discussion, and hopefully we can find a research grant. This is my information if you want to contact me. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Mohammed. Up next, we have Federico Norris from R2M, who's going to talk about market uptake measurements. Federico, could you please share your screen?
Do you see my screen?
Yes, Federico, please go ahead.
Okay. Good morning, everybody. My name is Federico Norris, and I work as an innovation area manager for R2M Solution. R2M Solution is a SME company based in different countries throughout Europe. We have a headquarters in Italy, and we also have a presence in France, UK, and Spain. We've been, as the name implies, research. R2M stands for Research to Market. We work mainly on exploitation of innovative solutions coming out from projects, and we have established ourselves as the top three SME in H2020 projects in terms of acquisition of funding. As a confirmation, we are active in. We have currently about 30 H2020 projects, mainly dealing with energy efficiency, flexibility, local energy communities, and smart cities. We focus mainly on energy and sustainability. And as a confirmation of our name, when we see something that we really like in these innovative projects, we push them through the market. We usually are resellers or distributors of different technologies for energy efficiency and energy applications. So, as you might have assumed, we are very active on European projects, and we also offer services to our clients, and either by writing proposals for others or by facilitating entry into consortium. For these specific calls, sessions that we have going on in the next few months, we are targeting one specific call, which is a CSA deadline in January, which is market uptake measures. Our goal will be mainly to push local energy communities in residential applications. Now, in the line of what our colleague from iWesol presented before. The call is a CSA, so it's not really much on technological development, but mainly on integration of existing solution and overcoming some of the barriers present in the market. We will build the proposal based on some previous experiences, where actually we coordinate one project on local energy communities, which was funded in a similar call, which is called Lineness. And we also have two other projects on local energy communities. So based on this experience, we're planning on keep building on these solutions, and the idea is to have a turnkey solution that focuses like a comprehensive packages of solutions that focus different aspects, not only technical, because that's probably there are a lot more challenges in other aspects to focus on. So at the moment, we're looking mainly for non-Spanish partners, since we are already quite heavy on the Spanish representations, covering different requirements. Like I said before, non-technical would be appreciated also. And we're looking for specific pilots to demonstrate the solutions. This could be either in Spain or in other European countries. And we're also interested in other topics in both in cluster 5 and 4, and I leave it this here, and you probably have access to these presentations later on. So if you're interested in any of these, please contact me. My contact information is here on this last slide, and I will be very happy to get in touch with as many of you as possible. Thank you.
Thank you, Federico. Our next speaker is Babak Ravanbach, and he's from DLR, and he's going to be talking about positive energy buildings and how we can go net zero buildings on using cluster 5 topics.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Hello?
Babak. Yes,
All right,
Babak.
perfect. Can you see my screen?
Yes, Babak.
Okay, perfect. Thank you again for this opportunity, Hamish and the team. So my name is Babak Ravanbach, and I present DLR Institute of Network Energy Systems. What we have prepared for this meeting is basically a project idea that's the same as Hamish mentioned. We are looking for partners or potential interests to build a project around enabling European cities to design, build, and manage green, positive energy neighborhoods or districts, well embedded in the local, climatic, spatial, economic, technical, environmental, and the policies. And of course, the social aspect. So the project that we are envisioning could benefit from many stakeholders, many different sectors dealing with architecture, building industry, research institutes, energy research institutes, material, electromobility, and anything that's related to these positive energy neighborhoods. The outputs, we are envisioning a system or a platform that is an open source platform, plus innovative technologies. We call them, it's a framework of innovative technologies that are built from sustainable material. Could be bio-based depending on different calls and what the call text is asking for. Managed by the smart data, so we need a lot of forecasting, big data analysis in these projects. And of course, we need to have the interaction with the citizens. Who we are the Institute of German Energy, German Space, but our institute, which is called Institute of Network Energy Systems, which is located in Oldenburg, deals only with energy topics. We have 3 departments: energy systems and technologies, urban and residential technologies, energy systems and analysis. We are about 150, maybe now 200 employees located in north of Germany. And we deal with smart proof of the concept research up to TRL 5 at our institute. So potential projects that we can offer from our experience, we have done some energetic neighborhood quartier modeling and simulations. We have done some, let's say, standard approaches to systematic retrofit of residential buildings, focusing on the heat and sector integration with electricity. We also offer some experience with, let's say, V2b plus PV forecasting also as part of this. At the same time, we have an extended work and a lab expertise in battery systems and testing. So keywords are energy positive buildings, buildings as energy nodes, carbon neutral buildings, net zero energy neighborhoods, building integrated smart energy solutions, and urban mini grids. The calls that we are interested in, they start later in April 2022. Here is the list, and our potential contribution would be modeling and simulation of network energy systems, modeling of low voltage grids, system integration and energy management of all the systems. And of course, we can also offer some lab testing facilities. We already have a group of experts, which we call it our consortium. We can offer also demo sites in different countries in Europe, North, East, West, South. And what we need is the contribution of DSOs, smart appliances, designers and manufacturers, resource efficient and climate friendly building materials and components, and green building companies. And that was it. This is my contact information. Thank you very much. Muchas gracias and merci.
Thank you very much, Babak. Following on the same topic on the positive energy buildings, we have Pablo Otuon from Entre. He's going to be talking about retrofitting of the buildings on renovations topics. Pablo, please, could you please share your screen? I think the Pablo at the moment is unavailable. So we will go to the last speaker of the day, which will be your moderator, me. I will be representing IREC. We're going to be talking about a bit different topic on solar systems. So the idea of today's presentation is to focus on our project idea, which is on how we can have high novel efficient thin film solar panels using earth abundant materials. In this regard, we are having a project idea which is to develop and demonstrate perovskite cells for low band calcinergide tandem based devices. Now, in here, we can have different expertise, more on material synthesis and also characterization. In this case, what we are targeting is to make these thin films using different DC pulse or RF sputtering, or we can also make using thermal and E-beam evaporator. We can also use several facilities in IREC using ALDs and chemical bath depositions. Apart from that, we can use certain electrochemical characterization and characterizations, which is using XRDs, Raman, industrial integrable portable Raman. We also have extensive experience on how we can use in situ measurements of analyzing the material change during operations and even after operations. We can apply several of the X-ray platform characterizations, and we can also develop using different 3D models, how we can have an integration of these solar panels in the buildings or at different applications, even at industrial zones or even cars. We're looking at usually the keywords on solar cells, perovskite tandem devices, focus on applications to integration into buildings and also into vehicles. We're targeting for this particular idea is on classified topic calling novel tandem high efficiency photovoltaic cells. We are mostly the core partner in this consortium. However, we can become a work package leader because of our core expertise matching to the call. We can also bring several demo sites along with different partners from industry. And if needed, we can also use these demo sites to look at the different TRL levels of the project. What we are looking for at the moment is a partner with strong foundations on the perovskite technologies. Also, We're looking for partners which has deep knowledge on using different low band gap calcineurin technologies. We're also interested in partners who has experience on implementing these devices in terms of design, characterization, and post-mortem analysis. Apart from this, we're also interested in following different topics. In this regard, we are focusing on other topics. We also are in part of different consortium dealing with the same call topic. At the moment, we are looking for a potential exploitation and dissemination partner who can help us in also with the proposal preparation. Apart from this, we are also focusing on call topics related to cybersecurity and CAM topics. In here, we can bring in charging point segment and how we can control the security in terms of digitalization and how we can look into the consumer behavior also in terms of security. At the moment, we don't have any consortiums there. There are other call topics which are related to this. I will share this presentation after this meeting. Please do have a look and please get back to me if you have any other questions. Before leaving, closing this presentation, we'd just like to highlight that we are recently developing a platform where we can integrate different renewable energies and storage. And recently, we also won a 3 million award from local government to support these activities. So with this platform, we can also tackle not only RIA calls, but also innovation calls in cluster 5 topics. With this, I would move to the next segment of our we will move to the next segment of our sessions, the B2b sessions. With this, I give the floor to Sandra, our main moderator of the session.
Thank you very much, Gemes, and thank you to all of you participating, sharing your pitch today and opening up for collaboration that we expect that will be very, very fruitful. I want to thank the Enterprise Europe networks from your regions who help us organize and spread the word of this event. And I would like to thank as well IREC for organizing with us this event. Just to remind you, after that, we will close the session in Zoom, and then you have to go back to the B2Match platform to do the B2B meetings. We have more than 50 meetings confirmed in the platform. That's very nice, but you have to go back there to do these meetings. And when you enter in the time slot that you have already agreed, you will see inside that you have a link to click and to join directly the meeting. We will do follow-up afterwards to see if some of those collaborations go ahead and become a project. So thank you very much, all of you from Axio. It was nice to see you, and we close here the session. Thanks a lot.